It's Fletcher.
And Bridget.
She edited my last video, and we took a tour of the duct tape factory. Also, super fast before this video starts, I just wanted to mention that according to my YouTube analytics, the odds are you're not subscribed. So please, if you enjoyed the video and want to see more content like this in the future, please consider subscribing. You don't have to, but if you do, that would be pretty awesome. And I definitely did not steal this intro from anybody. Hi guys, we're at the duct tape factory, and we're getting a tour, and it's really loud.
Duct tape vending machine.
It's pretty cool.
So one of the things you're going to notice is we have a very open floor plan. He retired, I moved in, still using his desk, and this is where we run the company from. I'm in this office, my brother is a couple of doors down, and we still run the business even though we don't own it anymore.
A little history. 1942, duct tape was invented during World War II for the American soldiers. Going from 42 to 1945, after the war, the tape was actually used for ventilation ducts ventilation ducts together to gain the name duct tape. So when it was actually started, it was actually just used to tape. The soldiers actually used it to tape up their boots, crates, and things of that nature. From 45 to 1984, that's when the actual duct logo was created. Okay, and the actual duct started to appear on the packaging. Now if we go from 1984 to 1997, we had the first printed duct tape of camouflage was introduced. Okay. So this was actually our first printed tape. Okay, from 1997 to 2001, we had our first Stuck at Prom contest. So our Stuck at Prom contest is where high school students can actually enter into our contest. They have to make their tux and or dress out of duct tape to actually win scholarship money. So this year we had it's 10 prizes. First place, we have $10,000 for the tux and also $10,000 for the prom dress. The next 8 prizes for the runner-ups, they get $500 cash prize for scholarship money. Okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we thought it was interesting because you can get money for being athletic, you can
Yeah.
get money for being very smart, academic. Nobody occupied creative. And we thought this is a great spot for us to be able to provide college scholarships for being creative.
Seeing that was started in 2001, fast forward to 2004 is when we actually had our first duct tape festival.
Okay.
Which typically is held every weekend, every Father's Day weekend.
Okay.
From 2004 to 2006, seeing that we're in the Halloween season, 2006 is when we actually did our first sticker treat contest.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so from there, so another great feature, 2011, we actually debuted our next wave of duct tape innovation, which was our duct tape sheets. 2012, we actually reached 5 million fans on Facebook. So that was a new height for us. Going into 2013 is when we actually did, we were on a show called Project Runway. Are you guys familiar?
I know Project Runway, of
Okay,
course.
so we were a part of season 11.
Right.
We were actually chosen. They had designers to create prom dresses out of duct tape.
Cloth that would repel water, which is why they called it duct tape initially. And then everyone changed it to the duct with a T when the GI started using that stuff for the purposes of home building.
Right.
And we thought, well, why don't we go back to the original duct concept, brand it, separate ourselves from the other 5 guys making this stuff, and that became kind of our brand icon that we started building our business around. And then you've seen all the colors and patterns, but the duct brand also is on weather stripping products, it's on mailing and shipping products, it's on shelf liner products, it's on bath mats. We have lots of different products and brands, but the duct is the core. Now our duct brand only goes so high in strength. You might be familiar with a competitor of ours called Gorilla Tape. And they did a pretty good job of occupying strength. So we introduced T-Rex, which you see here, ferociously strong, to compete against Gorilla, and give you a super strong tape that is above and beyond what the capabilities of a traditional duct tape would do. And that brute force item you see there, that can lift 700 pounds.
Wow.
It's so strong, and the cloth that we use, it's a special patented cloth that you can lift 700 pounds of weight with one strip of tape. It's 3 areas that allows the product to differentiate significantly from traditional, you know, $4 or $5 opening price point duct tapes.
Okay.
And so the cloth in particular that's patented in our T-Rex brute force is really unique. The way we knit it allows for that strength.
Okay.
But it's expensive. So you buy a roll of brute force, you get a, you know, a 10 or 15 yard roll for $8 or $10, where you can get a 60-yard roll of the other stuff for $4.
Right.
So you pay for the performance. Father went to work for the company in 1963, but he bought it in 1971. And we'll talk about that as we go to the founder's room, and I'll give you a little history where it started. Took this conference room and turned it into the founder's room, and it's dedicated to my dad, who founded our company. He graduated from John Carroll University here in Cleveland and went to work in the insurance industry. And he decided to go call, what you do in the insurance thing, call on family and friends. That's how you sell insurance when you first get started. His best friend was a guy named Jack Kappas. Jack Kappas' uncle was Mel Anderson. So he went and knocked on the door of the Melvin A. Anderson Company to sell him life insurance. And Mel Anderson was selling tape. He actually was selling Sure Tape. The company that bought us was the company that he represented. And he liked my dad, was very enamored with his sales skills, and said, I want to hire you to be my general manager. Which at the time, it was Mel and the secretary, and then my dad. There was only 3 people in the company. And so that started back in these days, when they were just a little tiny office on the top of a retail establishment, and that's how the company got going. And my dad helped build the business. When he started with the company, they were doing $80,000 a year in sales. Then he built it to about $800,000 a year in sales in 1971, and Mel Anderson decided he wanted to retire and sold the company to my dad. And the first name of our company was Manco, and you see it on the duck here. Where did that come from? He got tired of saying Mel Anderson Company, so he took M-A-N-C-O, Manco. This stuff is, most of this, we're covering some things, but it's all duct tape covered. This stuff is, most of this, we're covering some things, but it's all duct tape covered. Mm-hmm. That's my brother, the Tin Man.
Yep.
He's the bartender.
That is awesome.
Learned how duct tape is made.
Okay.
So how much duct tape is made a day?
Oh boy. I know that we've sold enough duct tape to go to the moon and back on a regular basis. I don't know what our actual daily production is, and it varies depending on the time of the year. Right now is a busy time of the year for duct tape.
Tell what that is.
Liner. Like cabinet.
Lining your shelves, in your kitchen and your bath. Yep, isn't that crazy? You can push it around. That weighs about 160 pounds.
That's not too bad.
Not too bad, it's all air.
Wait, what's the other side? Yeah.
That's the one you made. That's the one you made, Fletcher?
Yeah.
Yep.
Great, we'll have to send you a W-2 or whatever.
Yeah. Put him on the payroll.
Watch your fingers.
There you go. You got it.
Racks for safety. That's
so you see the land section.
Okay.
The computer will tell them where to put it in the warehouse. But you saw how big the building is. The rest of this building looks like this. And each one of these areas has another scan code. So,
This warehouse would be great for hide and seek.
oh, great for hide and seek.
How do you get a custom thing? If so, can I have one?
Yeah. So hold that thought before we're done. The way we design this stuff, we have a graphics department here on site. They're very connected into color. They go to the color world every year. We're very connected into what's going on with the retailers. Every year there's new patterns and designs that come out on towels and bath, bath accessories, and so they coordinate all that. We try to coordinate some of our patterns with them in both duct tape and in shelf liner. So that's how we come up with some of this stuff. For many years, when we had 5 million Facebook fans, we would ask them what they wanted. They would tell us, and we would make what they wanted.
Actually, this was one of them. You'll probably think this is super cool. So in 2013, we actually did our first pop-up shop in New York City's fashion district. So we actually
got our hands around it. We can do lots of different things.
We actually, I want to say we had it on a long liner roll.
All of the video activities. We can set different things up to do our own sell sheets, and then it's all is capable of being printed next door. We've got big print kits in a product. We can have a label developed, printed. We had a big tour program until March, and we used to have PTA and school groups and senior centers and people that wanted to come in, so we would have folks come in and do crafting. You can see some of the sculptures in our booths and our buffalo. More of the
Oh my gosh.
bucket crown.
So that gold dress there was also.
Best filmer. Go
Who
ahead.
wants to ask, is your tape made out of real or fake duck meat?
Real or fake duck meat? Well, it's made out of real material. Any ducks. In fact, when we go out to dinner, particularly like Chinese restaurant, you have to get special dispensation to have duck. You're not allowed to eat the company mascot. Right.
Bridget?
Has NASA or any other companies like that ever used duct tape?
Sure. In fact, duct tape saved the day on I think it was the Apollo 13 mission, where they had a problem with their carbon scrubber, and they had some duct tape, and they used it to make a functional scrubber in order to help them have oxygen. So 2 things that we sold for years used to go up on every space shot: duct tape and super glue. When we got carved out, we kept the duct tape, the super glue went to the other guys. But
Hold on. How many different types of duct tape are currently made? Like design-wise?
we have, at the peak of the duct tape patterns and designs, we had over 200 different styles. That number has been reduced down to where it's more in the neighborhood of 50 to 75 different styles.
What's your main goal through duct tape?
We're trying to make people's lives easier, simpler. You know, it's a great fix-all product, right? You can take a roll of duct tape, you can fix a hose in the backyard, you can seal up a hole in a window or a door. You can use it, like I said, for
I actually want you to look at those outfits there. Brown.
Do they glow?
So if my sister decided to wrap duct tape around my head, how would I get it out of my hair?
Oh, you would not want to do that, right? The duct tape doesn't breathe very well, so it's like putting a plastic bag on your head. You definitely do not do that. Do not.
So here's the little tape at the start, and then go there and slowly get this.
Okay, cut it.
And then cut it.
Yeah.
Not working. Hold on.
If you went to the store, you'd see it like this. They're actually packaging it over here in the bags. That's how you'd find it in the store.
So they're taking those logs and they're putting it on the machine here behind you. They're not too bad. They're about 30 pounds or so. You can almost grab it because it's just foam.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. There we go. We're gonna go around and roll a bubble wrap, isn't it? See these?
It's a giant roll of
Bubble wrap.
It's massive.
More bubble wrap.
Hola, baby. Oh my god.
It looks
very
similar. It
similar.
looks like our window kit tape.
Yes.
Probably not running that now because we already ran it all.
Rex, hold it up.
We should use this on Bubba. He's our overweight cat.
You should, see, then they blister card it.
Super glue tape.
So it's our super glue tape. It's super sticky.
Yeah. That's what it looks like when we send it out.
Now they'll load it in here, and the alloy. Let him have one of the ones that he made. Okay. The alloy, we load up the blisters, we load up the cards,
Right.
and these
In
boards.
the box. Cool?
We did all of it.
Okay.
Watch your heads, guys.
Just watch your head.
We don't want anyone getting hurt. Come on. We're going to take the rest of the...
Take them and you're going to break it. Go ahead and break them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you just break it. Feel really strong and break them in half. Just get it. There you go. There you go.
Duct tape rocks.
It's awesome.
Oh shoot. I dropped that. But it's really cool.
It's
awesome.
great.
They're so nice.
What is this?
What's this?
Is this cards? Oh yeah, they gave me duck cards.
What?
Duck cards.
Why do you get things that I don't? Bridget?
Okay, you got the plushie.
Well, there's a whole nother bag,
Yeah, I know.
so you guys can split
We're
this.
just covered in stuff.
There's so much duct tape in mine.
Oh, Bridget, you want this plush?
Sure.
Okay, hold up your plushies.
Well, I don't know how that.
Ready?
Mine away, but they gave us a bit of duct tape and some other stuff.
No, I don't think we have enough.
Yeah, should probably get more. They just
Kidding,
given,
they gave us so much.
yeah, they gave us these little stuffed animals, and they gave us a lot of stuff. Okay, bye.